Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about fragrances in my collection that I think are boozy. So I am going to tell you up front, most of these are vanilla fragrances because I am very attracted to boozy vanilla fragrances. I do have quite a good selection here though, and so yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I am not going to go through all of the notes on all of these perfumes because to me that's not... knowing the notes of them is not what is going to kind of let you know that it's a boozy type fragrance. So I'll just talk about what I smell and why I think that it's boozy. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is Lataffa by Rhagba. So to me, this is a really beautiful boozy vanilla oud fragrance. The oud in this is very, very soft. It's very, very well rounded. The vanilla in this is super, super sweet and very, very boozy. It's like a vanilla liqueur with oud. It's just really, really beautiful. A really, really beautiful boozy vanilla. So there is that one. The next one that I want to talk about is one that is not one of my favorite perfumes, but it is growing on me the longer I have it in my collection. And that is Fehb Delicious by Dior. So to me, this is like a spicy, boozy vanilla fragrance. It is warm and comforting, and you can smell some spices in there. And a lot of vanilla, or I get a lot of vanilla, and it's like a deep, rich, boozy vanilla. So yeah, there's another kind of boozy vanilla fragrance, but it's more of like a spicy boozy vanilla fragrance. Okay, let's go to something a little bit or completely different. And this is a very old perfume. I've had this in my collection for many, many years, since the early 2000s. I used to wear this all the time, like in the late 90s, early 2000s when it first came out. And that is DKNY Women. So this is boozy in a completely different way. This is like astringent, like vodka-like boozy. This is sharp and tart. This has a tomato leaf note in it, and it is very, very prominent. The tomato leaf note is very, very prominent. This is like a very sharp and tart, like gin and tonic type boozy. This is an effervescent boozy. This is like a sparkling, like hard liquor and club soda type boozy. It's really, really beautiful. This fragrance to me is still stunning, even being as old as it is, and it's really unique with that tomato leaf note in it. And like I say, this is just a really beautiful, like, just like a club soda and booze type drink. It's really nice. Okay, moving right along, the next one I want to talk about is Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. So this to me is the epitome of a boozy fragrance. A lot of people would say this is gourmand. This is not an edible gourmand to my nose. To me, this is amaretto liqueur and cherry liqueur swirled together. It's beautiful. It's rich and syrupy and boozy smelling to me. I really, really love this one. I really like a cherry note in fragrance, but this one is just beautiful. The cherry and the almond mixed together, like I say, just make this really beautiful kind of like amaretto, I can't remember what the name of that. I don't drink liquor, so I don't know the names of anything, but the almond liqueur that is really popular. My husband used to drink it a long time ago. I can't remember what the name of it is, but that's what this smells like, mixed with like maybe a cherry liqueur or something. It's really, really beautiful. Okay, moving right along, the next one that I have to talk about is this again. This isn't probably the booziest smelling fragrance in my collection, but it definitely is boozy to me, and that is Serge Lutens' Chergui. So to me, this is like a spicy booze again. This is like a deep aged whiskey or something. filled with spices. It's warm, it's beautiful, and it is a touch boozy. So that is Serge Lutens Chergui. And the next one I have to talk about is one that was just in my video about perfumes that smell like ice cream. And this is only in the opening of this fragrance because this does dry down to like a vanilla orange creamsicle fragrance, and it does dry down to like an ice cream smell. But in the opening of this fragrance, it smells like straight up orange liqueur. Like, I don't want to say like Grand Marnier because I think Grand Marnier is a little bit creamier if I remember correctly. But anyways, the fragrance I'm talking about before I get too far is Amo Ferragamo by Salvatore Ferragamo. And this has a note in it called Campari, and somebody told me that that is some sort of an orange liquor, which again, I don't drink liquor, so I wasn't familiar with it. But in the opening of this fragrance, you get this very beautiful, bright booze smell. It smells like an orange liqueur, like an orange vodka, like an orange, it is just a very bright, sharp, tart, orange booze smell. And it's really, really beautiful. Even though this does dry down to smell like something like ice cream, the opening of this fragrance is a very boozy orange smell fragrance. So there's that one. Okay, the next one I have to talk about is pretty new to my collection, but the first time I ever smelled this, it smelled like a syrupy rose liqueur to me, and that is Swiss Arabian Florence. So on first sniff, this smells like the most beautiful, like rich, syrupy rose liqueur. If there is such a thing. I don't even know if there is such a thing as rose liqueur. There might be, but if there was, I feel like this is what it would smell like. This is sweet and syrupy and boozy in the sense of it smells like a liqueur. And then there's beautiful oud in the background that just kind of mellows out that sweetness. It's a little bit tart. And again, to me and to my nose, this smells very, very boozy, like a rose, a syrupy rose liqueur. So that is Florence by Swiss Arabian. Okay, the next one I have to talk about is another new one to my collection, and that is Havana Lounge by Anecdote. Now, this actually does have a rum note in it, and you really do smell the rum in this. It's really, really beautiful. This is rum and tobacco. It's just gorgeous, and some vanilla in there to keep it a little bit sweet. But yeah, this is like a sweet, rummy tobacco fragrance, and it's really, really beautiful. So I love that one. That is Havana Lounge. And the next one that I have to talk about is one that I adore. I wore the heck out of this in the summer right after I got it, and that is Toka Isabel. Now, this has a sangria note in it, and that's what I smell when I smell this. It smells like wine, like a really beautiful boozy rose fragrance, but it's boozy in a different way than like the Florence is. The Florence is like a thick, syrupy, like boozy, like rose liqueur. And this one is like a light, tart, sharp, airy, like boozy wine rose type fragrance. It really, you can really smell the sangria note in this, and it's beautiful. It brings like a lightness and an airiness to the rose that is just stunning. So this would be like a rose wine or something, like a boozy like rose spritzer or something. It's just, it's really, really beautiful, and it brings, like I say, a freshness to the rose in this that is just stunning and so good for the summer. Okay, I've got 3 left. I'm trying not to spend too much time on each one because I know this is going to be a really long video. The next one I have to talk about is one that I have talked about quite a bit on my channel, and that is Van Cleef and Arpels, and this is Orchidee Vanille. Again, this is like a beautiful, spicy, boozy vanilla. This is stunning. this, like I say, it's just a really beautiful boozy vanilla. It's like Rhagba in that the vanilla is very boozy, but it doesn't have any oud in it or anything like that. This has a lot of spices in it. It's just stunning. Really, really stunning. I love this fragrance, and yeah, I told you there'd be a lot of boozy vanillas in this video. Next one is another boozy vanilla, and I'm so excited because the color of my liquid is changing finally. I've had this fragrance for probably a year and a half now, I want to say, and that is Vanille Doree by Alexandria Fragrances. This is a clone of Spiritus de Vanille by Guerlain. So, and when I got this, the liquid was clear, and you can see the liquid is starting to yellow now because of the vanilla in it, which I love. And I feel like with that is coming like a richer fragrance profile with this. This is stunning. I'm going to spray this on. I actually don't have any perfume on today. Oh, and it's starting to really, like, I don't know, ferment or something in this bottle. Oh, it's so beautiful. The woodiness is coming out more now. This is like, this smells like a vanilla liqueur that's been aged in some sort of like a wood barrel. Ah, it's gorgeous. I love this fragrance so much, and like I say, the woodiness is really starting to come out in this, and that is exactly what it smells like. It smells like a deep, rich vanilla liqueur that has been aged in some sort of a wood barrel. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love that. And I've got two more to talk about. I'm sorry. Okay, the next one I have to talk about is Gilded Fox by Pinrose. This also has a rum note in it, but this would be like a spicy rum. This is stunning. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful layering perfume. And this is spices and rum and vanilla. It's really, really stunning. So again, this would be like a spicy, like boozy, rummy, good fragrance. I love it. I bet it would pair really well with the Spiritus or the Vanille Doree. And I was right. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's rich and deep and spicy, and you really get that rum note in there. Oh, it's really stunning. So that is Gilded Fox by Pinrose Fragrances. Okay, and then the last one that I have to talk about is another boozy vanilla fragrance. And this one is, I don't even know what the name of this one is. I think it's just L by Lolita Lempicka. And again, the packaging on this fragrance is so strange because I believe the full size bottle is a blue bottle. It comes with like a net looking thing and pearls, and it looks like a beachy fragrance is what it looks like. And you can see this one does kind of as well, like my little roller ball. It's got a starfish on it, and it's blue. The roller ball itself is blue, and it is meant to look like a piece of coral. There's nothing beachy or aquatic about this fragrance at all. This is a straight up boozy vanilla fragrance. It's yeah, let me roll some on so I can smell it. Oh my goodness. This is a stunning fragrance. But that's what this is. This is another boozy, spicy vanilla, which I think are probably my favorite kind of fragrances of all times. I love a boozy, spicy vanilla. And that's exactly what this is. This has a little bit more of like a gourmand touch to it. This is maybe a little bit more edible than the other boozy vanillas that I have talked about. This one has like an almost like cookie note to it. Like a sugar cookie that has tons and tons of vanilla in it. But there's something like boozy and alcohol and like alcohol laden smelling about it. It smells so good. It's a beautiful, again, another really beautiful gourmand boozy vanilla fragrance. But I really smell a sugar cookie in there too. It's so, so beautiful. So that is L, and I believe that's what the name of the fragrance is, L by Lolita Lempicka. So anyways, guys, I hope this video wasn't too long. Those are all of the fragrances in my collection that I think smell boozy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.